Hey guys, it's me. I know it's a little bit late, but it's been one of those fun nights that after the kind of holiday busyness and everybody kind of settled back into their schedule and routines, um, I was able to kind of regroup, and I want to circle back around to the topic I've been sharing with you guys since Christmas, I believe, about your body mass index. And of course, with this whole new year resolution, one thing that was brought up to me earlier tonight was that I don't do resolutions, right? And Carmel knows that, and a bunch of previous clients know that. I do revolution to evolution, right? Now, I want to share with you guys before I move on to today's topic, which is doing this mindset thing. I want to share with you guys a super cool quote by one of my favorite actors and artist, Will Smith. And his quote goes something like that. And this is specifically if you're looking to improve your money, your finances, and be more successful this year. So his quote goes to like that: money and success does not change people. They merely amplify what's already there. And that's very short, but it's very powerful, right? So doesn't matter, the amounts of goals and money you have. You're just gonna amplify what's already there, your roots, your foundation, your values, right? Now, we've been talking about body mass index and also what's important to you and how to kind of get on track and get serious about this and take action because I figure, by the way, my theme for this year is going to be the executioner, like Uncle Bev used to call me, the executioner. I found some mango tea, by the way, super good, yummy mango tea. So everybody's talking about New Year resolutions, and also mindset. You'll see a lot of people in the wellness and fitness industry, as I mentioned on my fitness trends, that they were going to be talking about mindset and mind and body connection and all that stuff. But how the heck do you do mindset? And that's what I want to share with you guys today. Pretty much mindset is all about a personal connection with yourself, with your inner value, with your inside soul, right? Connect. So one easy way to do mindset, to connect, is what we is known as the H cube, H3. Okay, so you want to connect your head, what's in your brain, what's with your heart, and what's with your doing it with your hands. So H3 or H cube, some people call it. And the whole process is whatever you're feeling in your heart, your values, your true self, put it in your brain, think about it, and then actually do it. Hands, right? So head, heart, hands. Okay, H cube. That's one way to get mindset and all this personal development and mind and body connection and all this stuff going. So, like I always say, less this, more of this, right? So, less talking, more doing. So, it's all about executing. The other thing that is important for you guys to in order to move forward with this whole mindset that you're building up is to, instead of creating goals, you'll see a lot of personal training studios and gyms are doing goal setting workshop. That's kind of like the newest thing for this year. Instead of New Year, New Year, and New Year boot camps and stuff, they're doing goal setting workshops. So my argument to that is that when you're setting goals, you really don't have a map. Okay, you don't have a blueprint, you don't have a system. So instead of setting up goals, I want you to set up system. What exactly you're gonna do here to get over here? So in between this and that, point A and point B, you need to have specific system that you're gonna implement, head, heart, and hand, consistently. Okay, and that's the key. Be consistent. Now, where the heart comes in, to fight for that, is that you have to be persistent because you're going to run into obstacles, especially right now with the cold flu. People are sick, or you have to cover for somebody at work, or your kid is homesick, or your parents have more appointments than the usual. So persistent. Okay, so be persistent to stick to your system that you create. And that's why I'm going to bring back in a few days how to create a vision actionable board. A vision board, like back in the days, in the 80s, but you do actions. You take action on this vision instead of posting it on the wall and looking at it and dream about it and, go to Greece and, swim with the dolphins again and do all this. Do it. So that's what this action board is about. Okay. Now, with that said, when you're creating this system, one or two things I want you to keep in mind, preferably two instead of one. First, you gotta work on something that you must do more than you should do. And I explain that. Most people know that they should eat more vegetable, that they should drink more water, that they should work out, that they should sit upright, that they should take breaks throughout the day. So all this should, but nothing ever happened. So when you create a system based on the things that you must do. Okay? So from point A to point B, I must do this. Specific steps, actionables to get to B. Okay? So let's say that you want to make a trip to Nepal or to Thailand. Okay, this is January, you want to take your trip in April, right? What things every single week you need to do from now until April, and then take that week and chunk it up, like I mentioned this topic or this term, chunking. What things you need to do that one particular week and chunk it up and create a system where you take that week and let's say Tuesday, Thursday, and the weekends. You focus on organizing yourself. You only work out on the weekends. You cook your meals, whatever that is. Okay, it can be browsing the internet for deals on lodging and travel and lodging and all that, or you might be looking for people to travel with you. But set up a system that no matter what, you're consistently doing it, week in, week out, day in, day out. Okay, and that's gonna create two things, which is super cool and super mighty powerful, I might add. One is going to create emotional calluses because you don't want to be relying on your willpower. We know that for sure. I've been preaching that for, I don't know, at least 9 years about willpower. You want to create emotional calluses. And what I mean is be able to say no and not feel guilty, be able to take action without feeling selfish. Okay. The second thing I want you to work on, besides the emotional calluses, is being able to find gratitude on every single thing that you are adding on every single day towards that specific system that you're creating. Because it's going to be a system which is super cool. Because the reason why it's cool is because the system you're going to create, let's say January through April, you can pick it up and say, okay, so I already did my trip. I'm going to refinance the house or I want to get a new car. So then from May through August, you take the same system, maybe the same days of the week, and you just change the actions. But the days of the week, the time of the day, all that stuff stays there. The mechanics that, you just switch them a little bit. So that becomes a system. And eventually, right, we create a process where you put something here and you know that you get this out. And that's how successful people make it happen. Okay. So again, enough talk about mindset, enough talk about mind and body connection and the whole foo and the energy. Let's get shit done. We need to get actionable. It's the year to execute. I'm the executioner again, like Uncle Bev says. More of this, less this. Okay, and yes, there will be a time where you sit with a card and you brain dump. You pour your heart and your mind into what you're after, what your desires are, what your obstacle might be. A lot of people call it as the brain dump. And you plan it, you strategize, you plan for the Murphy Laws days, but then you go after it. So it should be, 20% of the time should be invested in that, and then the rest is implementation. Okay, let me know below what you think. I would love to hear your input. But again, less this, more this, and that's how you do mindset. That's how you work on mind and body. It's not reading quotes, it's not reading another book, it's not listening to inspirational audiobooks. Okay, it's actually doing it. All right, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.